Okay, liebe Maximum Metal DVD-Zuschauer, wir haben neben uns Andreas Kisser von den legendären Sepultura. Wir konnten Andreas beim Konzert im Münchner Backstage dazu überreden, eine weitere Runde des spannenden Spiels, die Wahl der Qual, mit uns zu spielen. Andreas, hello.
Hello.
Okay, I just introduced to the viewers that we're going to play another part of the game, Die Wahl, der Qual, how Robert Flynn called it. We start easy with steak or salad.
Steak or salad? Steak. Just a matter of taste. I love steak, especially in Brazil, South America, we have really good meat.
Brazil or USA?
Brazil, for sure. I mean, I lived in the USA for many years. I have one son that was born in the United States, many friends, but I always felt better in Brazil, which is my home, and we live there now, the whole band and everything, so Brazil.
Tour or studio?
It's, I don't know, stage. Not tour, but stage. I prefer rather be alive, you know, on stage, performing the music that we work so hard in the studio. I think that's the main goal. It's really to present the music live, you know, so I think stage, you know, be on stage.
Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne?
I think Black Sabbath. Without Black Sabbath wouldn't be an Ozzy Osbourne, and you know, I love the band, every phase, not only with Ozzy but with Dio also, and Gillan, you know, and it's a very important band for me, you know, for my musical background. And still today, you know, I listen to Black Sabbath every day pretty much.
A Night at the Opera or a live too?
A Night at the Opera, for sure. I think it was my first album, and I still consider that album a masterpiece, you know, in metal, classical music. Freddie Mercury, you know, Brian May, I mean, they did an amazing, spectacular job, and we had the privilege and the pleasure to record Chaos AD in the same studio that some parts of the Night at the Opera was recorded at Rockfield Studios, and I mean, that album is still very powerful, you know, for me.
Roots, Bloody Roots, or Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath?
Roots, Bloody Roots, for sure. I mean, it's much more connected to my life, you know, and it's a very important song, very important album, and still today it's one of the songs that we cannot even think about not playing live, you know, and it's a very powerful song after 11 years, you know, and Roots, Bloody Roots.
Derek Green or Stefan Derek? You know, the German detective?
Inspector Derek.
Yeah, Inspector, I'm sorry.
No, it's funny because when we first started touring with Derek, we came to Germany and everybody made fun of his name, you know, because of this Inspector Derek. And he knew that because he lived for a while in Berlin, you know, have a girlfriend, a German girlfriend, knows how to talk a little German and things, so Derek Green.
The Simpsons or Mickey Mouse?
Fuck, man.
It's getting more difficult now.
Yeah, I guess Disneyland it's great, you know, for the art part of it. You know, I think Simpsons are more criticism of the American society. You know, and the art's pretty simple and stuff, which is great. You know, it's genius also. But I'll say Disney. You know, I think I have 3 kids now, and you know, they love that stuff. It's very magical. You know, somehow there's something very special, you know, with Disney, and well, I know it's not that metal, but I prefer Mickey.
Friends or family?
Well, I think friends, you know, because my family are my best friends, you know. I have seen many families that they don't talk to each other, you know, for whatever reason, you know, and you know, father that don't talk to kids, and mother that don't give a shit about, you know, grandsons and all that kind of shit, you know, that not really show a friendship value, you know, which the word family should be included, you know. So I think friends, you know, because you just have a few that you really call a friend. You know a lot of people, you know, especially us that, you know, travel so much, but you know, you can count on your hands whatever, you know, the situation is really hard, the people you can count, you know, on. So I say friends.
Okay. Guitar or vocals?
Guitar.
No question.
I mean, one note in a guitar can mean like 1,000 different words, you know, and that's the power of music, you know. That's why, you know, the music of, you know, Beethoven, Mozart, instrumental music in general are so powerful and stuff, you know. And, you know, the guitar is an amazing, beautiful thing.
Okay. Soccer or American football?
Football.
Yeah.
Well, I learned about American football later when I moved to the United States, and I enjoy it, you know, but you cannot compare. You know, I was born in Brazil. It's like religion, you know, for me at least. You know, I'm very passionate about the sport, and São Paulo Futebol Clube, my team in Brazil, and the World Cup and everything. So, and to play also, you know, it's a great sport to kick around the ball, and very sociable, you know, with friends and stuff like that. So, Fußball.
Okay.
Natürlich.
Master of Puppets or Lord of the Rings?
Master of Puppets. Because it's just the name of a great album. From a spectacular band, you know. Unfortunately, it was the last album with Cliff Burton, and you know, you can really feel his presence, you know, on melodies and stuff like that. And Metallica never had that afterwards, you know. So I think Master of Puppets, definitely.
Okay. Death metal or thrash metal?
I don't know, man. For me, everything's metal. If you have anything metal at the end, you know, it's good.
Okay. Solo guitar or rhythm guitar?
Yeah, I never really seen the guitar divided like that, you know. I always seen like the whole neck, you know, of the instrument, you know, lower notes to higher notes, you know. And that was always my approach to it, you know. So, I don't know, just guitar, you know, it's the same as metal, whatever, guitar, you know,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay. Long hair or bald head?
It depends, you know. Some people cannot have long hair, some people can not have bald hair, you know, but long hair for sure, you know. I have long hair for so many years, I don't even... well, actually I remember when Rock in Rio first happened in Brazil, you know, that was my, you know, my step of courage to have long hair in Brazil, you know, like, was different and difficult and stuff, but yeah, and still growing. I don't know for how long, you know, but
You're lucky.
still there.
São Bernardo do Campo or São Paulo?
Wow. Well, I guess São Paulo, you know, because São Paulo, well, actually São Bernardo wouldn't be anything without São Paulo, you know, it's like a, you know, São Bernardo, Santo André, and all the satellite cities around, you know, São Paulo that make the big São Paulo, you know. That's why they count like 20 million plus people, because they count everything, you know, so. And now I live in São Paulo, you know, in the east part of the town, and I really like it, you know. I just see it as a big part of it.
Scott Burns or Howard Benson?
I have to say Scott Burns. You know, he was the first one who made Sepultura sound the way we want it to be, you know, without us being, you know, struggling in Brazil to try to make people understand what we wanted, you know, like the distortion, and people didn't have a clue, you know, they didn't have any experience and stuff. And Scott, you know, was the one who, at the time, you know, doing all the death metal bands and from Florida and stuff, and we were very excited to work with him. He came to Brazil, we did Beneath the Remains and stuff.
Michael Schenker or Rudolf Schenker?
Rudolf.
I know why.
No, it's not because my middle name. Rudolf's my middle name. But because I love Scorpions, you know, Scorpions together with Black Sabbath, you know, and Iron Maiden. I watched Scorpions in Rock in Rio in '85, you know, they were a fucking hurricane in the stage, you know, and I love that band, and we had the privilege to play with them only once, you know, in France, opening for them, and Rudolf Schenker was very nice with us, you know, and it was such a great memory, you know. So, and Michael Schenker always followed a little, you know, not that close, you know, UFO and his solo career. I really prefer a lot more the Scorpions, you know, type of music.
Arise or Against?
Well, I think Arise, man, you know, Arise is still a very strong album. We play songs from Arise, you know, till today on the tour. It's just 9 songs, you know, very powerful, very straightforward. First time we had chance to record in a good studio, again with Scott Burns, you know each other a lot better, and with full support of the label and stuff, so, you know, Arise.
Okay. Sodom or Creator?
Creator!
Miller.
Yeah, Pleasure to Kill, man, is still an album that, you know, moves something. You know, it's great. When I first heard Creator, I was just blown away, you know, especially Pleasure to Kill. And Sepultura always played, you know, even before I joined the band, Creator. And Media was one of the first ones really to establish a communication with us, you know, through Max and writing letters and stuff. And we were very proud of that, you know, it was fucking great. And nothing against Sodom, you know, it's just like a musical, you know, taste, you know. I know Sodom was very important in Sepultura career because it was our first tour and stuff, but Creator has a much bigger impact.
Beer or smoke?
Beer, naturally. Although, you know, alcohol is much more dangerous than any marijuana smoke. I don't smoke tobacco at all, you know. I really despise that, you know.
But did you?
Huh?
Did you ever?
No, I never did. My mom and father always smoked, you know, like the 70s and, you know, in Brazil and 80s. Well, everywhere, you know, it was very fashionable and stuff, but I never really liked, you know, tobacco. And I really appreciate beer a lot. So...
Who doesn't?
Yes, we're in Germany.
Yeah. Max Cavalera or Igor Cavalera?
Shite. That's fucked up, man. Well, there's many ways to see that, you know, because there's a professional level, there's a personal level, there's, you know, when Max left the band, Igor stayed and stuff like that. It's very, very hard to pick one of them. But I'll do, you know, in a musical way, I always got along much easier with Max. I mean, you know, the ideas and the excitement, you know, to talk about different stuff, you know, to try this, try that, and we went to the desert to try to write stuff acoustically. That's where KOs, you know, came from, and the whole challenge to do a song with the Chavantes and stuff like that. You know, it's like, you know, Max was more into that kind of stuff. You know, go for crazier stuff, while Igor was more conservative. You know, trying to be more, you know, down to earth type of vibe, you know.
Okay.
So, but musically, I think I had like a better communication with Max.
Okay. Last one: Sepultura or Soulfly?
Sepultura, né? Because without Sepultura, Soulfly would never be possible, and I think Soulfly, because Max, you know, pretty much controls everything on Soulfly, you know. There's a lot of the different type of vibe that Sepultura was always about, you know. Sepultura was always about communication and, you know, working as a team, you know. That's why you have, you know, specific functions, you know, you play guitar, whatever, you do the merch, you know, all that kind of stuff. You always did something really cool together and shit, you know. And that's why I think we're still around, because this kind of spirit's still going, you know. We have like new people coming and going, like managers and roadies and record label and stuff, and somehow we managed to keep that spirit, you know, fresh spirit going, you know. This tour has been doing great, and after 22 years of a career, we still enjoy being, you know, in Europe, jamming, and it's great. I think that's what Sepultura is all about, you know, very healthy. The album is a year old, you know, done till 21st, and we still now you can feel people are relating to the album a lot more, you know, singing the lyrics very much and knowing what the song's all about and shit. So that's very special, you know, especially after everything that happened. Igor just leaving, the drummer, which is, you know, doing very good. So Sepultura.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Leute, das war die Wahl der Qual mit Andreas und ich finde, er hat ganz gute Entscheidungen getroffen.